Now let's head overseas to that peace deal between the U.S. and Iran being largely negotiated. New this morning, we are getting a first glimpse of what the U.S. and Iran could agree to. The president is at the White House this morning. It is reported that he spent much of his Saturday working the phones with world leaders to get this agreement across the finish line. At the heart of this deal is control of the Hormuz Strait and Iran's nuclear stockpile. The big question in all this, what is Iran willing to give up on those two very important fronts? NewsNation international correspondent Robert Sherman, he's reporting live from Doha. Good morning from New York City, my friend. Major progress on the deal, not across the finish line yet, but what's the latest, Robert?
Yeah, there's a different feeling on the ground here, Hena, with many around the region believing for the first time that a diplomatic solution may be on the horizon as opposed to a return to military action. This was a statement that the president put out overnight, signaling the diplomatic progress, saying an agreement has largely been negotiated, subject to finalization between the United States, the Islamic Republic of Iran, and various other countries. Separately, I had a call with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu of Israel, which likewise went very well. Final aspects and deals of the deal are currently being discussed and will be announced shortly. This first came to light on a call with regional officials and heads of state that NewsNation first learned of from Arab officials, with one regional diplomat who was on that call describing it to us as being very positive, well received, and many of the leaders on this call believing that a quote-unquote breakthrough had been achieved. There is more negotiating to go, but in terms of where we're angling in terms of this deal, Axios reporting this is heading towards a potential 60-day ceasefire, which would see the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz, the U.S. lifting the naval blockade and easing some of those sanctions and giving Iran the opportunity in order to restart some of their economic abilities. In exchange, there'd be more conversations to take place about Iran's nuclear program, namely, also about the future of the Strait of Hormuz, if Iran would be able to control it militarily or institute tolls. To much of the Western world, that is a non-starter. So there's still more that's going to come on all of this, Hena. But I emphasize, in our conversations with officials around the region, it is a very different morning that we have woken up to, in which there is widespread belief that we are on a diplomatic track as opposed to a return to military action. Hena?
Robert, I've had the privilege to talk to you for months, years now about these conflicts, and this is the first time during this current conflict I've heard you say there is optimism on the ground. So that's already such a long way from our conversations in the beginning. Robert Sherman, live in Doha this morning. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.